guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to be doing my natural autumn makeup look. The reason why I'm doing this is because I feel like I know what I want to wear for autumn. I know the eyeshadow I want to do, I know the lips, I know the cheeks, I know everything that I want to do for autumn. And instead of just waiting on to do a video for autumn, I feel like doing an autumn inspired look, because as you can see, my pumpkin is right in the background. I bought that at HomeSense. It's a little cute pumpkin. It's just cute, you know, I love it. So I'm going to do the natural autumn makeup look for you that I'm going to wear. And it will be, I'll be probably wearing this every day, minus the fact that I do tan as well. Sometimes when I tan, I might not wear this look, but I do something else. So I've got this like orangey kind of top on, which I think looks really good. Love like the puff sleeves and everything. It's my bronchitis pooping out, but I can just do that and it'll be fine. But yeah, I want to just create this autumn look, so it gives you some idea of what I will be wearing for autumn and what lip colour I'm going to be wearing. So I'm going to be doing the eyes first, but I'm not going to talk through it. I'm just going to put music over the top and hopefully you'll like that. But yeah, let's get on with the eye look.
Why don't you get it by now? Tell me what you learned in grade school. Give it to me like you want it. Did you forget that code? Why is our love it one-sided? It should really be give and take. Fill you up and leave me empty. Baby, was that my mistake? Covering these feelings, going through changes. I'm just so mad right now, I can't even think straight. So I'ma just tweet it and delete it, knowing you won't read it. Before we get too far away, I need to clear my mind. I'd rather just tweet it and delete it before we cross the line and we reach a point we can't rewind, rewind, rewind.
So guys, I have done my eyes now. I can see they're just nice and natural. I really love it. It's like darker and then it goes out to light, which I absolutely love. Now we're going to do is my base. Now sometimes I'm going to use two different bases and the two primers that I'll probably wear over the autumn is Huda Beauty Water Jelly. I need to get more of this because it's running low. Or the V primer, and this has skincare in it, which is really good. It has really good benefits, which is really, really good. And if you see, it gives you a nice glow, which I'm loving this. This just got so much skincare in it. Take it down. I would say take it down your neck because it is just so good. It's just a glowy formula. It's what you need, because in the autumn winter my skin tends to get very, very light. Not very dry, just a little bit drier than it normally is during the summer. I've got normal to combination, like normal to combination skin, because some bits on my face are oily and the other bits are kind of dry, and then some bits are kind of normal. So I've got that in between skin. Then I will always go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This in the shade 4.5 medium, and I want to try the e.l.f. one. So I'm just going to put it on top of the high points. Even though I've got glow there from the primer that Vive does, I like using this one. It's because it just looks really gorgeous and it just has that kind of sheen there that you want. So I'm going to grab a brush. I'm going to grab the Smith 115 brush. I'm just going to tap in all this up top first and everything like that. I normally do this with my foundation, but because I just want this done on separately, it just gives me that glow that I need. I'm going to plan to use this in the winter as well. Some people tend to use this on their own. I have occasionally, but for the autumn, I kind of want just like a dewy base. Now, with summer, I kind of go a little bit towards matte, but in autumn and winter, I kind of go to a bit dewy. The two foundations I'll probably switch over is a Huda Beauty Stick Foundation or the NARS Tinted Moisturiser, or I do have the Flower Beauty M1 that is similar to, like, it gives a kind of satiny finish like to the Dior. I'm going to use this. This is a shade medium one, so St. Moritz, and I tend to always shake my foundations, but this is a tinted moisturiser. The reason I'm going to use a tinted moisturiser is because it's just going to be a little bit nicer, and I still have my pigment of my skin that I want as well. So I don't want my face to be really covered, because I don't know, I just feel like it's not gonna I just don't want that. It's not going to do that any good. Oh my god, that's a good shade. So I like this one so much. It's just a tinted moisturiser, and if you haven't tried this, go and try it. It is good, so good for dry skin because you get that moisture, you get the kind of coverage, and tinted moisturisers. If you are older and you don't want your wrinkles to show or nothing like that, try a tinted moisturiser or a CC cream or a BB cream, because a tinted moisturiser and tinted foundations really good for mature skin, basically, because it's gonna even out your skin tone, but it is going to make your skin look really nice and fresh. If you are not into makeup and you want to have a little bit of coverage, try the tinted moisturiser, try a BB cream or CC cream, and they will be really good to try as well. I do like this for like on my forehead. For some reason, foundations kind of really go well with my forehead, and I've already done my brows. My brows are a bit bald today, which is something that I wanted to do for my brows because I feel like it's nice. It matches my tan, but it's kind of gives me that nice dewy moment. You can still see that I still see my face and everything like that, but I just feel like this product is really good and it just will make my skin a little bit dewy. For my spots, if I have like little spots that I want to do, I'm going to use the Collection Lasting Perfection Stretch Concealer, and this is not like the NARS pot concealer because this one is a bit greasy. It's not greasy, it's more like oily or something. So just because I don't match my shade, I'm going with a brush. I'm just going to go over it. And it's just going to do that. So if you do have any spots that are a bit stubborn, what you can do is just leave it there for the time being. I know it doesn't match my face, but don't worry. This is why we blend it out with the foundation brush, just because it's just going to give it that extra oomph. With concealer, I am going to be using my Fenty Beauty concealer, just because it's a bit more full coverage and it is lighter. And I'm not going to use too much of this because I'm going to be blending out this with a brush. You can see this is very yellow toned. I need to get another shade though because it's very yellow toned, but don't worry. I'm going to use my foundation brush to blend the middle. Then underneath my eyes, I'm going to use my Exo Beauty flat brush. Love this so much. It just blends out concealer very well. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm just going to stamp over the bits where I thingied the concealer, so I don't do anything like not stamp over. My concealer is all done and dusted, and as you can see it's just really nice, and I'm just going to use my brush. If I use a sponge, I would use a lot more concealer, but if I'm using a brush, I tend not to. I'm just going to go down here as well. As you can see, still can see a bit of my darkness, but I'm not here to cover that. I'm just here to put my concealer on. That's about it. So my darkness has gone, which is really good. The reason I'm not using a lot of concealer is because I'm going to be using my Fenty Beauty eye brightener in the shade Crepe. So this is very peachy toned. What I do like about it, because it's very peachy toned, I can use it in the corners of my eyes. I'm just going to use a corner, just a brush like this, and just pop that in the corner. So I don't blend it out with that just because it's very pointed. I will go in with a brush like this. This is a very good brush to go in with. So I'm just going to blend out the rest with this just to make sure it does go. That is my concealer and my tinted moisturiser. I do like it. It's just very nice and what I like. So I'm going to use a bronzer, cream bronzer. I'm going to use because I love doing cream bronzer, and who has a rule that says you can only use it in the summer? There's no rule. You can use it any time. And I'm going to use this, and it's in the shade Toffee Truffle, and it's by the Pink Honey BBF Pink Honey Bronze in the Face Frosting. That's who it's by, and this is the colour in Toffee Truffle. So I'm just going to get a brush like this. So you can use a brush like this. Mine is stiff, but it does get it is a bit like flexible as well. So what I'm going to do is just take a dab and just go here, so a little bit high where it is, and I'm just going to basically just place that. I'm going to go onto the side just because that will slim down my face even more. And sometimes I will go with the brush, but because I use a little bit, it will create this kind of really nice look. And then for the rest, I'm just going to take my foundation brush and just go underneath. So if anything does fall down, I can just clean it back up again. And there we go. So that is the bronzer done. I would normally go on my nose, but I don't want a cream bronzer from my nose today. I want a powder one. And next we are going to take a powder. So the two powders that I do have and I absolutely freaking love are the Huda Beauty powders. They're really good basically. I love them so much. They're nice powders. So I've seen a person on TikTok that sets on her concealer with a dry powder. I've never done that before. So I'm just going to grab my concealer. Make sure there's nothing. I'm just going to grab my powder. And just go in with a dry sponge. Wow, can you see the difference? Like I've never done this with a dry sponge. Oh, good, just with a dry sponge. Wow, can you see what I mean? It just looks so good. I'm gonna go in with my powder one from Huda Beauty, and it's the Pancake. I love the shade in Pancake. If you haven't tried the shade Pancake in your tan, try that because it's beautiful. So a bit goes in the powder. So what I tend to do is just put it on here. Then tap it off quite a lot depending how much you have on here. Then what I do is I just pat it. The reason why I'm patting is because I do have cream products and I don't want to swirl it. Now we're going to bronze up my face, and we're going to use the bronzer in this shade. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to spray my face with some Hydraulic Fix. I'm going to let that dry. The reason I'm going to spray it is because this will make my skin very dewy, but I just want it to set down everything so you don't see much powders, if you get what I mean. There we go. So as you can see, that has just dewed me up a bit. So I'm going to use this brush just used for my bronzer, and this is I'm just going to pop it in. I'm just going to use, and then I'm just going to bounce it in. I'm not going to blend it just yet because I've used a spray. I want to bounce it in. I'm going to now blend it with no extra product on my brush and just blend it. If you pat it on first and then you blend it with no extra product, you're not going to add product, you're just going to blend it out and it just will look flawless. As you can see, it's now blended and it just looks really flawless. I love it. I love the way this looks really flawless, as I have started doing that technique so much more. So I'm going to use a blush. I'm going to use a pink blush. The reason I'm going to use a pink blush called Trero by Vive, yes it is bright, because I want that pink flush in there. When I do walk or I do get sweaty, my cheeks go red, and I want some of the redness to be still there. And as I said, just pat it in. I'm just going to use it on the apple and bring it up. There we go. You can see it just looks beautiful. So what we're going to do now, with no extra product on there, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to take my bronzer brush as well because I do need that as well. I'm just going to redefine my bronzer. So when I do blend the blush out, it's not going to be taken over. Can you see? It's just a gradient effect now. I just love that. So now I'm going to use a highlighter, and this is one by Vive, and it's in the shade Holy Chic. Some people don't like this, but I absolutely love it. As you do blend it in, it's just a lot better and a lot gorgeous. Take a tap off the excess, and then slowly, with your bristles not being on the skin that much, just slowly do that. And as you can see, it will just create this lovely highlighter. And my nose is contoured. Now I'm going to go back to my under eyes. I'm going to use the same colours that I did for the eyes to the top. So I'm going to bring you in and do that. But first of all, we are going to spray my face with the Hydraulic Fix again. Just because it's just going to set down my powders, but it's going to make my face very, very hydrated. So now what I'm going to do is use some lashes, and oh my god, the lashes I'm going to use, these are the lashes that I'm going to use. They're the Rachel Lyric Bedroom Eyes. I've already cut them down, but I'm going to be using I don't have my eyelash colour because my eyelash colour, that's a different story. I'm going to be using the Telescopic False Lash Effect. I used to use it when I was younger and I absolutely loved it. I never used to comb my eyes when I was younger, but I'm just going to pop this. The reason I do comb my eyelashes is because my eyes do need it. I'm going to bring you a bit closer though. There you go, so you can see what I'm actually doing.
Hiding these feelings, going through changes. I'm just so mad, but now
What do you like these? This is kind of the lengthening mascara.
it's at my own expense. So I'm just tweeted and deleted, knowing you.
These lashes are amazing. They just do something to my eye. I don't know what they do. I don't think that they get so much more volume outside. So what I'm now going to do is just going to use a white eyeliner just to go into the waterline.
Before we get too far away, I need
To open up my eyes a bit more. These are my eyes out close. I just love it. This absolutely looks. Now the lippy I'm going to put on is a very nice lippy. It is a dark purple, but I just love a dark purple lip. And it is a dark strawberry. This was called Glastonbury, but it's now called Festival Magic. And it is a dark purple, but I will be wearing this all the time in autumn. I absolutely love the shade. The colour is beautiful as well. This is a matte lipstick as well. I just love it. So I'm just going to spray my face again with the Hydraulic Fix as well. This is the makeup look that I'll be wearing all the time in autumn. I hope you do like this video. Do give the video a big thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.